So we're here today with Pranav Sharan. He's from Lake Oswego, Portland. Oh wait, that's the wrong way around. Start again. Lake Oswego. Welcome to Aviation Air. I'm with Pranav Sharan. He's from Portland, Lake Oswego.
Bro, what are you
Lake
saying?
Oswego.
It's not Portland, Lake Oswego.
What?
Portland. Okay, Lake Oswego is next to Portland.
Uh,
It's Lake Oswego, Oregon, or Portland, Oregon. You can also say Portland, Oregon.
Who do you think will be the first pick in the NFL draft? Welcome to Aviation Air. I'm with Pranav Sharan. He's a student here at the Pennsylvania State University at University Park. He's from Lake Oswego, Oregon, and he's studying computer science. So, Pranav, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. How are you feeling, Manav?
I'm good.
Thank you for having me for this interview.
For sure. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So I had a few questions to ask you just to open up and for our viewers to get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know where are you from originally?
So I was born in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Then I lived in Allentown for 5 years. I moved to Oregon when I was about 5.5 years old, and then lived there for the rest of high school, and then moved back to Pennsylvania for college when I was 18.
Wow.
And I've lived in Pennsylvania since then.
Wow. That's amazing. So, I mean, you came back to where it all started.
Yeah, I did.
That's pretty cool. And how are you enjoying Penn State?
I've been liking it so far. It's a pretty big school. It's pretty hard, but it's definitely a good school.
Yeah, and so you're now a sophomore at Penn State, and how have you identified yourself as you've grown throughout the semesters?
What do you mean by how I've identified myself?
How do you identify yourself as, how do you identify yourself culturally? How do you relate yourself to your different backgrounds, whether you were born in Pennsylvania, in Allentown, and then you moved to Oregon, and now you're back here. Where do you find yourself most comfortable, or what is home for you? Where is home for you?
For me, I would say the place I'm most comfortable is probably back home in Lake Oswego with my parents. Most of my friends live there, and culturally, the West Coast is pretty different from Pennsylvania, and I think I like the West Coast more just because the people that I meet there are just more similar to the people that I'd be friends with. I would say culturally, my parents are both from India. They moved here to do their PhDs after college, but they were both born and raised in India. So I definitely have an Indian background. I know Hindi and Kannada, which are both two Indian languages.
Okay.
Which my parents taught me when I was young. Those are my first two languages, actually.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. So I would say that I'm probably half Indian, half American.
Wow, that's interesting to hear. And tell me more about yourself. What are you interested in? What's your passion? What are your hobbies? What do you like doing in your free time?
So as you said, I'm a computer science major. That's probably my favorite thing right now. It's probably my main passion. I've liked computer science for a really long time, and coding has just always been fun for me. Also, I like working out when I have the time. I haven't been to the gym in a long time, but it's also a hobby that I have sometimes. And listening to music is also something I'm pretty passionate about.
Of course, who isn't?
Yeah, everybody is. So I'd say those are probably my main passions right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And how have you sort of incorporated your passion into your college life?
I listen to music when I do pretty much anything, like when I drive around or walk to class or do my homework or anything I'm doing, I'm listening to music. And computer science is my major, so most of the classes that I'm doing, I'm having to write code anyway. And even besides that, I've had to do interviews and a lot of different things where I've had to write code. And working out, I mean, I've just gone to the gym whenever I've had time, when I've been stressed out or wanted to blow some steam off, or just go and work out for fun. I've tried to do that and have time to do that.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. I mean, a lot of people at college don't get time to do things that they like, so it's not surprising that, you know, it's done in their free time, and it's important to do these things in your free time so that you keep up with your own identity, with the things that you love doing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And so apart from hobbies, what have you done in college to progress yourself professionally?
The main thing that I've done in college so far is I had an interview for Apple a few weeks ago, and I got the job for that. Besides that, I haven't really done anything to progress myself professionally. I've gone to some hackathon events, which are definitely good to have.
That's huge. I know hackathon events are huge at Penn State, and it's a very big thing to attend them and sit through the whole event. It's a very long, rigorous event, and it's very competitive. So that's a really good thing that you went to Hack PSU.
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot of fun too.
Have you experienced any other hackathons around any other colleges?
I haven't actually. I was planning to go to one, but my roommate was not able to wake up in the morning and he wanted to go, unfortunately. But I'll definitely get around to going to some more in the future.
Hey, people shouldn't hold you down. You should just go, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Next time I should.
You should. You should.
My roommate.
That was a little bit inappropriate. we here in television have to be very professional. There is no language.
That's my bad. That's what I said.
No, that's cool, man. That's completely cool. That's why we have the the beeping noise, the canceling out noise. Like, we can do that. That's all about the media. Like, the media turns things. They don't. Oh, see, look, they're probably gonna. But yeah. But okay. So you say you identify yourself as an Indian. Still, you're half Indian, half American. What are particular characteristics or particular values within each that you feel you have that makes you a combination of both? Can you identify traits that make you the 50% Indian, or the traits that make you the 50% American? Are there distinctive traits?
I would say the main things are probably the cultural parts of it, like the food that I eat and the languages that I speak. Like, I speak English, obviously. I mean, it's the main language that I speak, but I also, like, I used to speak Hindi and Kannada, and whenever I go to India, I speak those languages too. And I eat Indian food whenever I'm at home, but also, I mean, whenever I'm not at home, like, obviously I don't eat Indian food. But besides that, I don't really want to say there's any values I've gotten from either culture, because people are different everywhere. I mean, people can have different values in any culture, so I don't really know which values came from what culture or anything.
Values more so nowadays are characterized as stereotypes, because that's what people have adjusted themselves to. For every particular religion, there is a stereotype. Whether you believe it or not, there is going to be a stereotype.
That's
like,
true.
Americans are like this, Europeans are like this, you know, they're more like this, and then like Asians are like studious. It's a huge stereotype everywhere. Like, Asian parents are that
positive, negative stereotypes.
Exactly, there's positive, negative stereotypes everywhere. But catching on about your food at home, you said that you still ate Indian food at home. Wouldn't you say that definitely helped instill more of your attitude towards being attracted to the Indian culture? Because Indian food is a huge part of Indian culture. Like, there's no food like that. And I know, growing up, I grew up in Bangkok, in Thailand, myself, so I never lived in India, but because I had a continuous supply of Indian food for every course, for every meal, that kind of made me feel like I'm living in an Indian household. Like, this is an Indian household. Was that the same for you, or?
I definitely always felt like I was living in an Indian household.
Yeah.
Even though my parents always spoke in English to me, like, mostly when I was at home, I felt like my parents are definitely more Indian than they are American, even though they've lived here for a long time. And with both my parents being more Indian than I think my home, in general, I feel like my home is more like an Indian home than an American home.
Okay. And this is the last question for the first part of this interview.
Alright.
Who do you think will be the first pick in the NFL draft? I know we have our boy Saquon, but running backs usually don't get the first pick. It's not happened in a long time. So, what are your thoughts?
I honestly don't know, man. I haven't followed college football too much this year.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be the best quarterback in the league.
Exactly. It always is, right? It's the quarterbacks league, but our boy Saquon will be there in top 3, top 5.
Up there for sure.
I'm looking forward to that. So, shout out to Saquon for everything he's done for Penn State.
Getting his girl pregnant.
Yo. This is Aviation Air, and I'll catch you later on part 2 of... What? This is Aviation Air.
Aviation Air, part 2.
Culture... Nah.
Bro, the show is
college culture. I'll just do college culture. All right, yeah, and I'll see you back in part 2 of college culture on Aviation Air. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Lit.
Dope.